Okay, so imagine this. You're thinking about pizza. Just thinking. You haven't said a word. And your phone suddenly flashes a Domino's ad with your favorite toppings at a discount. Coincidence? Maybe. But in 2025, it might be something way weirder. Brain reading tech, thought decoding, neuro-AI. Yeah, we've officially entered sci-fi as real territory. Today, we're diving into the tech that's sort of, reading minds. It's not telepathy, but it's close enough to freak out anyone with a functioning brain. Let's talk about what this stuff actually does, how it works, who's building it, and whether it's the coolest or creepiest thing happening in tech right now. Let's start with the basics. What even is mind-reading tech? Okay, no one's literally beaming your thoughts into a satellite. But mind reading, in tech terms, means using devices to track brain activity, and then using AI to interpret what you're thinking, feeling, or intending to do. That could mean guessing what word you're trying to say, reconstructing an image you're imagining, detecting if you're lying or stressed, predicting your next move in a game before you even make it. And no, this isn't future talk. This is now. Real example 1, the headband that reads your focus. Let's talk about the Muse headband. Looks like something from a yoga retreat, but it's a brainwave tracker. It reads your EEG, basically your brain's electrical activity, and tells you if you're focused, distracted, relaxed, or stressed. Meditation apps use it to give you live feedback. If your mind wanders, it knows, and it buzzes you. Like, hey, come back to the present. It's not full-on telepathy, but it is tracking your mental state with tech. That's step 1. Real example 2. Elon Musk's brain chip. You knew this one was coming. Neuralink, Elon's brain-computer interface startup, is building a chip you implant in your skull, like actually inside your head. In 2024, they announced a successful human trial where a paralyzed person used the chip to move a computer cursor just by thinking. The goal? Help people with disabilities, sure. But eventually, they want full brain-to-device communication, like texting with your thoughts, controlling a Tesla with your brain, maybe even sharing memories. Too far? Maybe. But it's happening. Real example 3. AI that recreates images from your brain. This one's wild. Researchers at Osaka University fed people images while tracking their brain activity with MRI machines. Then they trained an AI to match brain signals with the images. Result? The AI could reconstruct what the person was seeing. Blurry, dreamlike versions, but still recognizably similar. Imagine thinking of a cat, and your screen shows a cat. Or thinking of a face, and the face appears. We're not in Black Mirror. This is published science. So is this cool or creepy? Let's break it down. Cool stuff first, medical miracles. People with ALS, spinal injuries, or locked-in syndrome could communicate again. Mental health tools. Real-time tracking of stress, burnout, or depressive spirals. And getting help sooner. Learning and performance. Students could know when their brains are most focused. Athletes could train smarter. Musicians could compose through thought. But then there's the creepy part, thought privacy. If your brain signals can be decoded, what happens to your private thoughts? Advertisers. What if your emotional reactions are tracked during YouTube ads? What if billboards respond to your mood? Governments. What if a future version of TSA can scan your intentions? Or law enforcement uses brain data to predict suspicious thoughts? Yeah, that escalated quickly. The line between enhancement and invasion. There's a big ethical question here. If a device can help someone walk again, that's amazing. But if the same tech can predict your decisions or influence your mood without consent, that's dangerous. In 2025, the tech is getting better, but the laws and rules? Still catching up. Right now, there are almost no global regulations on brain data. Your thought patterns could one day be collected, stored, maybe even sold. That's why experts are calling for something like neuro rights. The right to mental privacy, the right to cognitive freedom. Because once your thoughts become data, there's no putting that genie back in the bottle. What should you actually know or do about this? Look, you're probably not getting a brain chip tomorrow. But here's what matters. Understand the tech. This isn't sci-fi anymore. It's entering the real world. Fast. Ask questions. Who owns the data from brain devices? How is it stored? Can it be hacked? Stay aware. If companies start using brain response tracking in education, ads, or entertainment, we need to talk about consent. This tech isn't just coming to us. It's coming through us. Literally. So yeah, it's cool, but it's also something we need to watch closely before it watches us. Final thoughts. In the end, this isn't really a story about mind reading. It's a story about control. Who gets to know what you're thinking? Who decides how your brain is interpreted? And what happens when the most private thing you have, your inner world, becomes just another data stream? If that blew your mind a little, leave a comment with your thoughts or fear about brain tech. Would you try a mind-reading device if it meant you could type with your brain? Like this video if you learned something new, and subscribe for more deep dives into the weird, wild, and slightly terrifying side of technology. Stay curious, stay critical, and protect your brain. Catch you in the next one.